Hi everyone, it's Sifa. I'm going to make a little bit of a controversial video today, and it's going to be controversial because a lot of people don't agree with me, and that's fine if you don't agree with me. I just want to explain myself a little bit better because a lot of people seem to have issues when I talk about skinny shaming and body weight, but I'm not coming from this from a confrontational point of view. I'm just trying to educate people. And my main reason in talking about this is that I really want to help you guys because I see kind of myself in young people that are trying to lose weight and not always doing it in the most healthy ways. And I'm trying to prevent people from becoming sick and having complications and stuff. So I'm just coming here from a caring point of view, and if you disagree with me, that's fine. So the first thing I want to say is that as far as me being a skinny shamer, I do not identify as a skinny shamer, but I get called one occasionally because people don't really understand what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to say. Clearly, I don't have a problem with skinny people at all. I'm sorry, there's like hair in my face. The only thing that I really have a problem with is that I worry whenever people want to achieve a body type that is unhealthy and or not, natural for their body type. And if they want to do this in an extreme and or unhealthy way, that's when I get concerned. And this goes for losing weight as well as gaining weight. Like if it's not just about losing weight, it's about gaining weight as well. If you're trying to put weight on, but you're already at a healthy weight, then I would say something about that too. So I'm not just, concerned about people wanting to lose weight. I'm concerned about, nobody's going to say, or I haven't at least encountered anyone who says, oh, I'm at a healthy weight, but I want to put on some weight. I haven't really encountered that. But if I did, I would tell them the exact same thing that I tell the people that want to lose weight. So first of all, to get started, I want to just talk about what I know, and please keep in mind, I do kind of know what I'm talking about because I am getting a degree in psychology. I'm 1 credit away from my degree in university, and I've studied this quite a bit throughout my life, and in the past few years, I'm getting a degree. Also, I've been seeing a eating disorder nutritionist and studying with her for the past 2 years. So I do have a lot of education behind me and a lot of knowledge. And of course, I'm not always going to be right, and of course, there are different opinions, but this does come from what I've learned and what I've read, and okay. So basically, how it works is that having a BMI of less than 18.5 is considered underweight. Now, a BMI is called a body mass index, and that is all that it is it's a measure of your height and your weight, and it gives you a number based on your height and your weight. And having one less than 18.5 is considered underweight, and having one under 17.5 is considered an anorexic weight. Now, when I say an anorexic weight, does that mean that I'm talking about anorexia, the psychological disorder? Not necessarily. Just because you're at an anorexic weight doesn't necessarily mean that you are anorexic. All that means is that your body is at serious, like, it's at serious risk to lots of different problems from being at that body weight. Just as an obese person is at risk of diabetes, high blood pressure, being at that underweight, so underweight you're at risk of low blood pressure, different problems, you're at risk of all kinds of stuff, osteoporosis. It's really unhealthy to be at an anorexic weight. Now, of course, there are people that are naturally that thin, but that is so rare that you can't always just say, oh, I'm naturally this thin, because you probably aren't. You could be, of course, but, it's extremely rare to be at an anorexic weight, meaning below 17.5 naturally. You're probably doing something wrong with your diet. You may not realize it, but, if you're concerned, you can ask me, ask a doctor. Anyway, so basically, I did some calculations for you guys. The average woman in America is around 5'4", 5'5", or so. So basically, For a woman of 5'5", if she weighed less than 111 pounds, she would be underweight. And if she weighed less than 105 pounds, she would be at an anorexic weight. Oh my god, excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm not talking to you.
I won't look at you.
I'm sorry, my boyfriend's over there. Anyway, now, that being said, if you're, like, super young and you just kind of hit your growth spurt, and you're still really young, like maybe, 13 to 15, 16, and you're at an anorexic weight, it could just be that you're still growing, and you're still gonna fill out a little bit, so you don't have to be like, oh, but I'm 5'5", and I only weigh 100 pounds, and, why are you calling me anorexic, because it could just be that you're gonna gain weight naturally, and you're gonna fill out a little bit more, and you're gonna be fine, because when you hit that growth spurt, you're gonna be underweight for a little while. It's natural when you're that young to be underweight for a little while, and then to put on a little bit of weight. So don't feel bad when you put on weight when you're in your teens, because you're supposed to be healthy. It's completely normal. So now I wanted to talk about anorexia in the media, and I'm not going to go on the typical cliche, blah, 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 the media makes everyone anorexic, because who knows? We can't really study that. Who knows? My point is that, statistically, almost every single celebrity, model, actress, singer, musician, everyone, every female in the media is actually at an anorexic weight. Now, I know it's hard to believe this, but, it's actually really true. And that's why we have such a warped idea of what too thin is. Because we see these women every single day, and we think that they're just thin, but they're not just thin. They're, seriously, seriously way too thin. And, probably not healthy, probably not happy, probably too thin and suffering. And, now, of course, you could say, well, it could be that they're naturally thin, and that's why they became celebrities. That could be true. But there are statistics that say 1 out of 4 models do suffer from an eating disorder. And that's just what they're reporting. They could be suffering in silence and secret and not reporting it. So it is true that much more models and celebrities do have eating disorders and are not healthy. So just keep that in mind as well. So basically what happens to me when people call me a skinny shamer is what will happen is I mentor teens on my Facebook and on YouTube, okay? And what will happen is I'll see a teen or a young adult or, even someone my age or whatever, and they'll say, oh, I'm going to lose 10 pounds, yay. And, and I always, I'm usually going to call them out on it, unless they're doing it because they want to be healthier or because they're overweight. If they're doing it because they're overweight and they're trying to become healthier and they're losing the weight in a healthy way, then that's good, all props to them. But if they're at a healthy weight and they're trying to lose weight, I'm going to call them out on it, yes, because I'm concerned about them. Especially if they're thin already, already thin or even underweight, because I see a lot of girls commonly that are underweight and want to lose more weight and even get to an anorexic weight or something, and I will call people out on it, and people don't want to hear that, but I'm just trying to help. I really am. From the bottom of my soul, I care about everyone so much. So basically, I have had people oh yeah, and the other thing that I see is that people will post something on Facebook saying, oh, I'm starting a juice fast for 5 days, or for 2 weeks or something. Or I'm starting, I'm going on a fast for a week. And that's just horrible, 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 horrible in so many ways. So many ways it's really bad. Because, number one, let me just tell you what happens with extreme dieting. Extreme dieting is eating less than 1,000 calories a day, and it puts your body into starvation mode. So basically what happens is that your metabolism plummets. Your metabolism is what regulates your eating and how much calories you burn, and like your activity. It's based on your hormones and your mood and your like emotion. And if you just stop eating enough for a really long time, your metabolism is going to plummet. Because if your metabolism is high, it means that you're burning a lot of calories and you're really active and you're doing good. But if it's low, you're not burning any calories, you're tired, you're cold, you're sickly. So if you just stop eating, your metabolism is going to plummet. And then when you start eating again, your metabolism is so low that all of that food is going to be held onto and turned into fat. So you're basically, what I'm saying is that if you go on a starvation diet or like a really extreme diet, you're going to end up gaining more weight in the end anyway. So it's just pointless to do it. You know, let me see what else I wanted to talk about. And also, extreme dieting like that leads to many issues with your body. It's not healthy to go up and down by 10, 20 pounds all the time. It's a shock to your body. It stresses out your body. It's just not good psychologically, too. It messes with your mind, gives you mood swings, makes you depressed. It can even lead to anorexia, the disorder, or bulimia, all kinds of horrible stuff. So basically, what I've learned over the past couple of years in my recovery from anorexia is that we need to learn to love ourselves more. And not just our bodies, but ourselves as human beings, as people, as individuals, and as souls. We need to learn to love ourselves for who we are. And when we love ourselves for who we are, then we'll love our body for who we are. And if you're at a natural weight and you're at a healthy weight, then I would hope, my biggest wish for you is that you can learn to love and accept your body for how it is and embrace your beautiful and healthy body, because there's nothing more beautiful and precious than a healthy body. And there's nothing that should be valued more in the society than a healthy body, and not sickly ones. So I just, and I struggle with it a lot too. Like I've gained 50 pounds since recovering from anorexia, and I'm technically overweight right now, but I'm not really sure if that counts because I have a lot of muscle. Like I have abs and very muscular legs and stuff, but because of course BMI can be misleading sometimes as well. Don't forget about that. BMI can be slightly misleading based on your body type and your muscle mass. So it's not perfectly exact. And if you want to know more about that, you can see a doctor, go to your local doctor and they can help you know if you're healthy or not. And also, the thing is that when people say that this is skinny shaming, my point is that if a young teen that I knew posted a picture of an obese model, and there are beautiful overweight models, but if they posted a picture of a overweight model and said, oh, I want to look just like her and I'm going to go on this diet to look just like her, then I would say something. I would say, no, you don't want to gain weight and become just to look like this model. That's not right, So it goes both ways. I am pro healthy bodies, overweight or underweight should not be viewed as the ideal beauty. Healthy should. And of course, you can still find underweight and overweight bodies beautiful, slender people and bigger people can be beautiful and curvy and interesting to look at, but only when they're natural and healthy. And we should not aspire to be like that if we're going to do it in an unhealthy way. So I really hope that you guys understood what I'm trying to say. I don't really know what else to say other than please take this with a grain of salt in the way that, realize that I'm just trying to help people. I'm not trying to upset anyone or, I really, this is coming from a loving place in my heart. And thank you so much, guys.